Alright, well, welcome back to the channel. Just want to give you a quick update on a couple of things I got in, and please excuse the surroundings here. We're in the process, or I'm in the process of changing this area into my office, and so we're doing painting, and it's just a bit of a mess right now. But I just want to make a quick video to let you know about some new stuff that I got in. And before I do that though, let me explain something. I don't want to give anyone the wrong impression. I'm not military, I'm not law enforcement, I'm not former military, I'm not former law enforcement. I am an 07 FFL and an 02 SOT, so I am a firearms manufacturer, and I carry an 02 SOT, so I'm also a SOT manufacturer. So I can make pretty much any kind of firearm. I can build machine guns or whatever according to those licenses. So what I represent when I make these videos is the average everyday person, even though I have some licenses that may be different than what you have. Maybe you don't have those. But my experiences are everyday, a regular everyday person who carries concealed, who defends the Second Amendment, and is looking for products that go along with that lifestyle. So I talked about the SIG P365X macro that I just picked up, which I think is a phenomenal gun. I've told some people in the comments. I still have a ways. Let me shoot it some more before I give you a definite there. I've shot it quite a bit though. For me though, it checks all the boxes as far as the size of the gun, the fit of the gun into my hands, and the capacity of 17 rounds is just amazing. Some people have said, well, the comp on it is a problem, especially from a self-defense situation. Like if you have to draw and shoot from a close range, you might not want that muzzle blast in your face. I understand that. But for me, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have a more side-oriented pull the trigger anyway, where the port is going to be facing off to the side. So in that type of situation, I don't think that would be a problem for me anyway. Since the gun checks so many of the boxes, because I carried a 48, or I still carry a 48 sometimes. I do at night. We looked at that. But the 48 in its size fit my hands perfect. So that was one of the problems I had with the 365XL. The macro and the 48 are really close in the way their grip angle and the grip size. So the macro just fits me well. So for me, it checks all the boxes. It took over the 365XL as my everyday carry, and that's what I carry. So I showed you that. I showed you the holster that I got for it from T-Rex Arms. Thanks to T-Rex Arms for having that available so quick. Someone said that they, in one of the comments, recommended that another holster company, they did have a macro version available, but there was like a 12-week back order on those. Well, I ordered the T-Rex holster for my macro and had it within 4 days, which was amazing. And again, not only am I not law enforcement, military, or prior law enforcement or military, I'm also not affiliated with any of these companies. So I'm not even a dealer for T-Rex Arms, right? So when I buy something, I'm paying full retail just like you guys are. There's no special treatment going on there. Not that you couldn't have merchandise given to you at a certain price and still give an unbiased review of it, because many people do, right? But I'm just letting you know up front that I don't have a relationship with these companies. And I don't have a relationship with the company I'm going to talk about today. So the product that I want to talk a little bit about today for an initial reaction is Vertex clothing. So I had some Vertex pants. I hadn't had any shirts prior to this, but I wore a pair of their, I'm trying to remember which ones they were. There were some of their technical pants for a while, and I really liked them. So I picked up some more stuff that came in today, which I have on now. So this is the Vertex Guardian 2.0 shirts in long sleeve. They didn't have anything available for me in the short sleeve version. I will have some of those at some point. And these pants are the, forgive me if let me make sure I'm getting this right. These are the Fusion LT pants. So the Fusion LT pants. So I got pants and shirts, pants and a shirt in from Vertex that I am currently wearing. And I just want to give you an initial reaction, and I'll come back later and kind of give you a long haul, because I'll wear these quite a bit. I have some more already on order on the way. The reason I only have one shirt now is because I wasn't sure about the size, which is something I'm going to talk about in a second. So the size of the Vertex shirts. Let's talk about the Guardian 2.0 for just a second. Again, no relationship to Vertex whatsoever. Paid retail for these. So when I give you my my opinion on this stuff, it definitely is my opinion. You don't even have to wonder about it. So it's definitely my opinion. Initially, I really like them. So I like the idea about the Guardian 2.0 because the Guardian 2.0 is it comes with an undershirt sewn in from about here down. That was one of the problems I had when I concealed carry is I wanted a buffer between my body and the gun. So when you have however you carry your firearm, it's always, especially with these SIGs sometimes, they're a little rough. You just want a barrier between there. So I was always having to wear two shirts, right? An undershirt, an overshirt, and sometimes that's just not really good to do in the summertime. But I did it anyway because I wanted something there. But these shirts have that built in. From here up, it's just the shirt itself. But from here down, you have an undershirt that goes between you and your gun to keep that from rubbing. I really like that. The material is some kind of polyester mix. I'm not going to get technical about it. I'm just giving you a first impressions, like how does it feel. It feels very well made. And the material's got a little stretch to it, which I like. And yeah, initially I really like it. On the size of the shirt, in many shirts, wear a large. I'm not a huge guy. I'm 6'2", weigh usually about 220. I'm probably 215, 220 now. Sometimes I fluctuate between maybe 210 and 220. So I'm not huge, but most of the time I wear a large shirt. But I guessed that I would probably need extra large in Vertex, and I was right. So this is an extra large, and it fits really well. It's not extremely loose, and it's not extremely tight fitting. I'll guarantee you if I went with a large, it would have been way too tight. The reason why I know that is when I first ordered a pair of Vertex pants, I ordered a size that I normally wear, which in the jeans that I wear 36 in the waist and sometimes even 34, but the jeans I wear have a little stretch to them, so the 34s can, they're hair tight, but they're not terrible. But 36 is what I wear every day in the jeans I wear. So I ordered 36 in the Vertex, and when I got them in, that was a no-go. Even though there's a little bit of elastic, and this isn't the same pant, but it's the same make, but there is a little bit of elastic in the waistband there. They were still just way too tight. So I ended up having to order 38s in that same pant style, and then ship the 36s back. So I kind of figured before I ordered the shirt that I was going to need an extra large, and I was right. That's just to say that if you are in a size that maybe in your clothes could be fit really well, or they fit really well, you might want to go one size larger. But the good thing about Vertex is they'll take care of you. Just make sure you try when you get it in. If you need to exchange it, they will. You can order what you need and then send that back, and they'll give you a full refund. So make sure you order the proper size. There would help. But other than that, the shirt fits absolutely fine. I love it. It's easy to draw from. These buttons, one other thing I want to tell you about it. These buttons are what they call faux buttons. Faux buttons. Faux, not fall. Faux. Anyway, they look like they're buttons like on a normal button-up shirt, but they're actually snaps. So what that does is that helps you to be able to clear your garment if you need to draw it. Now for me, I found it easier, or I found it so far. I don't want to talk a lot about that because I haven't tried it a ton. But I found it easier, instead of ripping the buttons open, just lifting the shirt, than trying to rip that open. Now, let me make this safe. I didn't have anything in it to begin with. So I found it easier with it than trying to rip that to just come up with it in here. That's just pretty simple to draw. I mean, that's normally how you would appendix anyway, is to rip and grab with your support hand, come out, draw, and forward. But the shirt works really well for that, so I'm really happy with this shirt. And another thing that's good about it, Because I told you all before that I'm a pastor. I pastor 2 churches, and I can wear this stuff in the pulpit. My congregations, they love the fact that I carry even when I preach. So this would work. This is going to work fine. They also have some dress options. The pants, real quick before I leave this off or we stop this video. The Fusion LTs. So again, I like them initially. The initial is that I do like the pants. I like the fit. I like the construction of the fabric. The amount of pockets. There are tons and tons of pockets on these things. So I really like them. So initially, even though they're a little expensive, I think they're well made, and I'm going to buy more of it. That's me. I don't mind paying a little more for something that's quality, especially if it's something that I'm going to use every day that could aid in any situation that I happen to come into. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Now coming up, depending on when you see this video, it may already be out, but I'm going to do a video about something that I believe is kind of a philosophy that I have, if you will. Something I believe that everyone who decides they want to carry should also not only like take to mind, but I think it ought to be something you do as well, and that's going to be medical. Right? So I'll talk a little more about that in another video, but kind of my philosophy there is on this. And again, take this for how you want. This is coming from just an everyday citizen that carries. My philosophy on this is that if you are willing to carry and take a life, you ought to be willing to help save a life. And I'm not going to talk about how you can do anything other than to stop bleeding, right? I would think that if you're going to carry and you're willing to put holes in people, that you should be willing to at least understand how to stop bleeding. I think that's a big thing. So that'll be another video for another time, and maybe at some point we'll see what's in that safe. Appreciate you watching the video. If you've got to this point, I don't try not to harp on it on the beginning, but I probably need to. But if you appreciate this content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, right, and share the video. It's like the only way that other people will be able to see it. And like I said, just an everyday guy trying to give you his opinion about things that he uses every day. Appreciate it. See you all later. Bye.